Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to Redbeard Gaming, and we're going to take a look at Battlefleet Gothic Armada. I'm just going to take a quick sort of 15-minute look at it, just give you a quick kind of rundown about what it's about, what you can expect from it. And yeah, this is Redbeard Gaming. This is where we're going to be putting a lot of sort of smaller little videos like this of not games I would really put on my main channel. I mean, if I go back to doing any gaming on that, it will be the sort of probably major releases or continuing the Telltale games that I started a year ago. But just wanted to do a quick video to show you this because I am reviewing it for Game Watcher, so I shall put a link up to that once that goes live. So let's just load. Hopefully, because I actually had a crash when I played this. When I was originally going to do this video, I had a crash, so I'm hoping it's managed to auto-save a lot of. Yeah, this is probably going to be the second mission.
The Gothic sector is beginning to turn away from the treachery, sedition, and heresy have broken out like a plague upon our worlds. Admiral Spire.
Okay, so this is kind of like the campaign map. This is a single-player campaign, and you've got these other worlds that you need to keep in order, and also progress the main campaign. Which, you know, I'm not going to say too much about that. But I mean, not that really going to spoil anything major. So this is the Warhammer 40K license. This is Warhammer 40K RTS. So let's crack on.
Your first assignment is to put an end to the unrest.
I was surprised when I first started playing this, and
this interface helps you prepare your fleet for the next mission. At the head of every fleet is the flagship. You must select one of your vessels as the flagship for each assignment. Choose your Dauntless light cruiser as the flagship for this first operation.
So I'm going to let it do this, so it's going to talk at me for a bit.
You have another captain assigned to your command. This captain commands a Dauntless light cruiser and will assist you for the duration of the mission. Add his ship to your fleet. So
basically most skirmishes, most missions begin in the same way. You've got the fleet options, and you've got amount of points to use. So you just pick your ships, and you can also, all those ships can be leveled up, and there's also a ton of abilities and stuff that also can be leveled up and upgraded. So there's a lot of potential for something, for creating kind of your own very individual fleet as you progress through the campaign. You have to get quite far along in order to really unlock the potential of this game, or just play a lot of multiplayer skirmishes as well, and that's really kind of where kind of the interesting part comes, of having your own customized fleet against someone else who has customized it, maybe in a way that you didn't even think was possible. So let's crack on.
Smaller ships of the escort class can provide fire support or scout for the enemy. The Firestorm frigates are a good choice for this assignment. Once your fleet is prepared to engage the enemy, you should set course for the target system at once.
Here we go.
Admiral, the fleet has reached the last known position of the heretic ships.
Screen tearing.
Their sedition must not stand. How shall we deploy our flagship?
Okay. What I want to do is make sure. Actually. Okay. What happened last time is that I had all the settings up to epic, and it looked fantastic, but it also caused the entire computer to crash because of the load on it. So I just want to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Now you must select how you wish to deploy remaining ships of the line.
Yeah, and this guy, he snarls at you pretty much all the time.
Now that your cruisers are deployed, you must next determine where to place the Firestorm escort vessels. Your new promotion has placed you in command of the entire fleet, Admiral. That means you can order your captains to adopt engagement modes during the battle. These engagement modes define how your captains act in battle. You can change the engagement modes at any time.
Admiral, the Firestorm escort ships have powerful prow weapons. I would advise setting these ships to a frontal attack. A good understanding of each ship's weapons is the best way to know which engagement mode to use.
Okay, so this is the beginning of kind of how you can manage each of your ships in your fleet. It's very basic at the beginning, but very quickly it can get very complicated. You do have the option to auto-assign a lot of this stuff, so you don't need to worry about it. But if you want to get the best out of it, and you want to be the best kind of tactical captain out there, you're really going to have to dig into this deeply yourself. But we'll just follow what it's doing.
The macro cannons on our ships are most effective when fired at short range.
So you can adjust the long range to medium range to short range depending on the type of you know, and what he's saying there is that it's better if you engage enemies at a closer range for the ship because their weapons are far more powerful that way. You can adjust that yourself if you really want to, but
now that we've deployed the fleet, it is time to root out these rebellious traitors.
And that would be us. Let's go.
All ships, coordinate your movements. We will advance as one group at the same speed. We will set course for a gas cloud and use it to ambush the rebel ships. Once our ships enter the gas cloud, it should mask our fleet's emissions.
Obviously that looks far more impressive when the epic settings are on, which I'll put on later. But for the moment, let's just...
Awaiting orders.
And there's a gas cloud somewhere. There we are. So right click,
Setting course.
and off we go. Now, it being an RTS game, initially thought that it would be sort of three-dimensional. It's not at all. It's a two-dimensional game, so it's pretty much the same as sort of being at sea. This is adapted from a tabletop board game, so obviously you don't really work in 3 dimensions in that. And I thought it would be a bit of a problem, especially coming from playing sort of a lot of RTSs in space that are 3-dimensional. But actually, it's fine. It actually works better this way because there's so much complexity locked up in all of these, managing all of these ships, that you don't have time to worry about 3 planes of direction. Or it's just the 2 is fine. Thanks very much. Okay, so now I'm going to cloak our ships so they're hidden.
The gas cloud conceals our fleet, sir. We're invisible to the enemy ships.
Excellent. The trap is set. Now we wait for our prey.
Sir, I've detected an enemy vessel. Shall I engage?
Wait until you have identified your target, Captain.
I have a probe ready to launch, Admiral. That ought to tell us what we're looking at.
Very well, Captain. Launch the probe.
Yes, Admiral. Choose where you want the probe to go. The probe will identify any nearby signals.
Here we go.
All readings are confirmed. That ship belongs to the traitorous rebels.
Now that we have identified the ship, our weapons cogitators can automatically target the enemy vessel.
All ships, attack the enemy vessel.
Right you are then.
Ship ready. Targeting enemy vessel.
Now what you can do when things start to get a bit more hairy, as they're just about to, you can actually slow down time. Here we go.
Activating tactical cogitators.
Gladly inform you of that every single time. This allows you just to slow down the action so you can actually manage various parts of
Admiral
ships.
Spire, did Ravensburg send you to bring us to heel? There are other powers in the galaxy besides the Imperium, Admiral. They can reward you for your skill and your devotion.
It's kind of really cool watching them go like this. It's just I mean, visually it's not as impressive because it's got it on the lower settings, but it's really awesome. The sort of the detail and the art style that they've gone for is just really in keeping with the 40k world. I love it.
Resuming normal functions. The enemy's void shields are down. Sir, I suggest that we concentrate fire on their plasma generator. Targeting the plasma generator drains the ship's power. They'll have difficulty using their warp engines.
There you go. That's another awesome thing, is that you can individually target various parts of each ship. So if you want to take down their engines, you want to disable their turrets or their laser cannons or anything like that, you have the ability to do that. And that's, that kind of granular tactical option is just, it makes a game like this so much better.
Critical damage to the enemy ship, sir. Their void shield capacitors are destroyed.
Resuming normal function.
Chance. There we go, we destroy some turrets as well.
Admiral, this is a battle we cannot win. I'm taking my ship out of this mess.
Admiral, he is activating his warp engines and preparing to disengage from the battlefield.
This cowardice cannot be tolerated! Admiral, we must put an end to this pitiful display and make an example of this craven fool!
Ship ready.
Admiral Spire, this is Lieutenant Krath. We've executed the captain and taken back control of the ship. Well done, Krath. You've been promoted to captain. Follow my orders and we'll get through this. As you command, Admiral.
Ooh, not looking so good. That's part of the problem of one of the features of the game is that you have individual captains aboard these ships, and they can also be cowards as well, leaving you in the lurch.
At your command. Engines hot.
Enemy ship identified, Admiral. We have them.
Open fire all weapons. Do not let them escape.
Although we're taking down this guy's shields, his hull is incredibly tough. So this is a major thing, so it's going to take a while to beat this thing down. And the other thing to note really is the difficulty level on this is really high. And you're going to find yourself losing quite a lot of battles. I pretty much lost half of the battles in the campaign on my press build, and once you lose it, you don't get as many resources, and there are consequences later down the line in terms of the story and the campaign. That's kind of fine, because it teaches you to be better tactically without having to replay the same mission again and again and again. So that's one of the reasons I like it, even though it is tough.
The enemy ship has activated its warp engines and is attempting to disengage.
I have a strike team of Navy armsmen ready to sabotage the enemy's warp engines. We must act quickly and use the ship's teleportarium to launch the attack.
At your command.
Okay, let's go.
Fool! Your faith in the Emperor is as false as your courage!
Silence this heresy! Fire all weapons!
Yes, Admiral.
Okay, let's do another lightning strike. Oh, failed.
Reloading.
Your orders?
Unfortunately, we don't have any of this yet.
Your orders?
Okay, there's a fire on board, yeah, and you can see it now.
We should keep our distance from the enemy ship, sir. It will soon explode.
Here we go.
All ships, you fought with valor this day, and proven yourselves worthy of the Imperial Navy.
Never in doubt.
Set course to leave the system. I must report our victory to Lord Admiral Ravensburg.
And there we go. That's the second level of the game. So that's pretty basic, and it's just one ship. You've got 3, and it's against 1. As the campaign goes on, it gets much more complex. But the sort of the duration of the missions tends not to last more than 20 minutes, unless you get caught in some sort of endless looping around each other trying to do it. So they're kept pretty short. Usually because they're quite brutal as well, in that you need to be able to figure out what you need to do pretty quickly. In order to win, and that usually takes 15-20 minutes, so they're not too long, and I like how they kept them quite short and punchy. So yeah, so we level up, as you can see, and with that comes some sort of abilities and boosts, and the same for all your ships and stuff like that. So
You've exceeded my expectations, Admiral. However, other seditious forces are making themselves known in the Gothic sector. I would like you to meet Fabricator Cambrius. He is...
Admiral, you and your current rank allows you, as you grow in renown. Follow me.
okay, so there we go. That's sort of introducing the upgrade system, and also the sort of currency you can see up there is renown, and that's what you use to spend to level up skills and abilities and stuff like that. And that's pretty much basically the game. There is the skirmish mode, and there is the multiplayer mode, and the campaign is just sort of you're just playing a human against all the other sort of the 3 other elements, the Eldar, the Orcs, and the Chaos. But in the skirmish mode and in the multiplayer, you can choose either one of those factions and begin sort of creating your fleet from there. So that's always kind of really interesting to do that. So that's basically the game. That's Battlefleet Gothic Armada. It's pretty cool, and I'm really enjoying it. I've just got a few concerns really. Like some of the missions are pretty really difficult. Like some I specifically feel like they're gamed in order to be a real pain in the arse. I mean, graphically it's really good, although you didn't really see that there because I had it down to basic settings, but a lot of the issues are more with sort of the multiplayer balance, which also always takes a bit of time to get sorted out, so best to go in with that, not expecting it to be an incredibly balanced game off the bat. But really enjoying it, and I actually highly recommend it. But look for my review. That should be coming out on Friday, or that's either later this week or early next week, so look for it then. But let me know what you think in the comments, and I should be back with more gaming videos just as soon as I can. Okay, cheers, thank you very much, and I'll see you later.